boys. Nebuchadnezzar and Pride. Let's talk about it. Jesus, coffee. One of my favorite characters in the Bible. Nebuchadnezzar. So we're going to go into Daniel 4, verses 29 through 37, and we're going to talk about Nebuchadnezzar, and we're going to get to see what happens when Nebuchadnezzar shows off his pride, because boy does he show it off, and you're going to see it. Remember, pride is a disease of the eyes. I, right? We're going to get to see this. So I'm going to start in 29. So at the end of the 12 months, he was walking about the royal palace of Babylon. The king spoke, saying, "Is not this great Babylon that I have built for a royal dwelling by my mighty power and for the honor of my majesty?" Whole lot of I in there, I and my, right in there, right? While the word was still in the king's mouth, a voice fell from heaven. "King Nebuchadnezzar, to you it is spoken, the kingdom has departed from you. And they shall drive you out from men, and your dwelling shall be the beasts of the field. They shall make you eat grass like oxen, and 7 times shall pass over you, until you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomever he chooses." So he went from being the ruler of Babylon, the ruler of Babylon. Look at this mighty palace, look at this mighty kingdom that I've built. And God went, sovereignty is gone from you. Good morning, my mermaid. You are no longer sovereign. Sovereignty comes from me, not from you. So out to the field you go. You're going to go from ruling a kingdom to eating grass like an oxen, till 7 times shall pass over you. So 7 years shall pass over you. 7 years of eating grass. Shows you what God thinks of pride. That very hour the word was fulfilled concerning Nebuchadnezzar. He was driven from the men and ate grass like oxen. His body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his hair had grown like eagle's feathers and his nails like bird's claws. He became like a beast. So 7 years comes and rolls by. Listen to Nebuchadnezzar's response when it's all said and done. "And at the end of the time, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted my eyes to heaven, and my understanding returned to me. And I blessed the Most High and praised and honored him who lives forever. For his dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. All the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing. He does according to his will in the army of heaven. And among the inhabitants of the earth, no one can restrain his hand or say to him, 'What have you done?' At the same time, my reason returned to me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my honor and my splendor returned to me. My counselors and nobles resorted to me. I was restored to my kingdom, and excellent majesty was added to me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol the honor of the King of heaven, all of whose works are truth and his ways are justice. And those who walk in pride, he is able to put down. So Nebuchadnezzar goes from, it's my kingdom, I did all of this, it's by my might. God went, nope, go eat grass for 7 years. Go sit in a field and eat grass for 7 years and think about it. Think about what you did. And at the end of the 7 years, somebody had a little bit of a change of heart, and all the glory and all the honor went to him, and all the praise went to God. Punishment or discipline? He disciplined him. He punished him. I mean, yeah, he was like, look, pride is not, what did we talk about yesterday, right? God opposes the proud. God resists the proud. He is in opposition to pride. When we become prideful, we are opposing God. Not a good team to be playing for, because your odds of winning are not very good. Nebuchadnezzar, look at him. He went and ate grass for 7 years. He went vegan. Sorry, bad joke. For 7 years. Yeah, and look what happened. After the 7 years, somebody got their vertical in alignment and was like, all the praise, all the honor, all the glory goes to him. He lifts up who he wants to lift up. He gives grace to the humble. Pretty simple. He does what he wants to do to who he wants to do it to. He loves us all, but those that are separated because they think, I can do it on my own. I got this. This is mine. I got this. Nebuchadnezzar thought the same thing. And that's what happened to him. So, yeah, guys, pride, it's ugly. It's an ever battle that is fought among men. And God knows it. Satan fell like lightning, as it talks about in Luke 10. Satan fell like lightning because of pride. And we need to put it away. And we need to be humble. Good morning, Zebulun. Yeah. So, I love you guys. He loves you like crazy. And he doesn't want us to be prideful. He wants us to no longer oppose him. He doesn't want opposition. He wants to give grace. He gives grace and lavishes grace on us. Lavishes mercy. Lavishes mercy and grace on us every day. Think about that word, lavishes. Not just gives it, lavishes it. Pours it freely on us. He has no bottom. There's no bottom to his cup of grace. He pours it freely and endlessly. And it's up to you to want that grace, to desire that grace. And we know, it says in Romans 10:9, those who, when you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and you believe in your heart that the Father raised him from the dead, you will be saved. In Ephesians 2:8-9, for by grace you have been saved through faith. Not of works. It's a free gift of God, so that no man may boast. It's a gift. believe it and receive the gift. And no longer walk separated from him, but walk reconciled with him. Spend eternity with him. Yeah. So I love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow and we'll talk about what Jesus thinks about pride and what Jesus does with pride. Love you guys.